Coast News at 11.
Good evening. I am Brian Fantana, First Coast News crime scene investigator. We have a very special story for you tonight. We're here at NAS Jacksonville at VP 30. The commanding officer is Perry Yaw. I know a lot of you have heard a lot about Captain Yaw in the local media, of his highly controversial and unorthodox leadership style. Be advised, folks, what you're about to see and the testimonies tonight may not be suitable for young children. From an early age, his parents could tell that he was different than the other boys. While most boys in the 60s were reading comic books or playing baseball, Perry Yaw was grooming himself to be a commanding officer. First Coast News has exclusive rights to home movies from the Yaw family. This is Perry Yaw in 1968.
Hey, Kristen. I want you to meet my 4-year-old son. No, his name's Perry. He's really nice. He wants to meet you. He's going to be a jet pilot when he grows up. You want to meet him? Yeah, I'm sure he's around here somewhere. Perry, where are you? Perry! Perry, get in here. Attention on deck.
Abby!
Come on.
That's gross. Kids. No, Dad, I got kids. Tastes like candy.
Hey, watch your mouth. You kissed your mother with that mouth?
Why are you dressed up in your jet pilot suit?
I'm going to Vietnam.
Vietnam? Why are you going to Vietnam? Oh, you hear that? That's that brand new plane, the P-3, flying over the house. You see it? What do you want to be when you grow up?
I'll be a commanding officer.
As you can see, Perry Yaw was destined for greatness at a very young age. Actually, the first half of his naval career was a very successful one, but then things dramatically changed. We all know by now that Perry Yaw is extremely controversial, and a lot of people are calling for him to resign. First Coast News has an exclusive interview, a one-on-one interview with Brian Fantana and Perry Yaw. Roll the tape. Good morning, Captain. Sir, the local public has some questions, and we need answers.
Perfect. Yeah, that would be...
Sir, you've been very critical of your department heads as of late. I have written down here that you have said your department heads are children that disappoint you. Please explain yourself. What is the biggest failure of your department heads?
The inability to take care of every single sailor that's here, because they all become like your children. Like your children, some of them disappoint you. Like your children, some of them need to be corrected. And you take it personally when they don't live up to your expectations.
Wow, those are some pretty critical comments. More specifically, recently, we all know, your training officer, a Lieutenant Commander Sticky Buns, had his issue. I won't repeat it here on TV, but he was fired. You have a new training officer, Lieutenant Commander DJ COC. How's he done the first few months in the new job?
The guy's sucking right now, isn't he? 50, guy's awful.
So our crime team investigators have uncovered some very interesting details about a Lieutenant Commander Rob Wilkerson. He was the point of contact for this Kona celebration a couple months ago. He got a lot of praise in the local media for doing a fantastic job. Well, our team has investigated that he actually did nothing. He had 2 stash lieutenants and multiple junior officers that did all the grunt work, yet he took the credit for that Kona celebration.
Fire him.
Well, he's only a baby DH, excuse me, a pre-DH. Don't you think that there's still time for him to fix himself?
It's impossible. Absolutely impossible.
Okay. But why is Lieutenant Commander Gardella leaving?
You guys are awful.
Okay. Well, recently news broke on the World Wide Web that a Lieutenant Commander Select Hamish Kirkland, if that's even a real name, we probably have a typo, sounds Irish, or Robert Wilhelm got picked up for department heads. Which one of those two do you think will do a better job?
Is there another option?
Well, Lieutenant Commander Christopher Purcell?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Wow. It sounds like you have many 04s and 05s in this command that are just horrible, and they're really bringing your job performance down. Good thing you have so many lieutenants that keep this squadron afloat and running at its full capacity. Without those lieutenants, this place wouldn't even exist. Moving on. Your job performance has recently came into question. There are reports that 2 weeks ago, you didn't even show up to work. Sir, where were you 2 weeks ago?
I was in Boston 2 weeks ago. I ate and drank my way through the North End. It was beautiful.
You did what in the North End?
I ate and drank my way through the North End.
Wow, that's highly unprofessional. Do you ever drink at work?
Well, not nearly as much as I'd like, that's for sure.
Wow, so that's an admission. You do drink at work, don't you?
I'm not answering that.
Okay, okay. But for the record, from my professional opinion, it sounds like because of the lack of work your pre-department heads and your department head team do for you every day, it has driven you to drink. But moving on. Changing the subject, there's been reports that a lot of your shops have been vandalized, and there's a huge safety concern here at the Pro's Nest, VP30. Even some of your P-3 Orion aircraft have had graffiti on them through the night. Do you have any leads onto who is doing all this illegal activity in your workspaces?
Hands down, no questions asked. Absolutely. It'd be Miles McAllister.
Interesting. What is your plan? What are you going to do with him?
Share with the lieutenant in a shredder.
Did you just say put the lieutenant in the shredder?
With the lieutenant in a shredder.
That's not only illegal, but that's highly disturbing. Frankly, I don't even know what that means. Okay, let's get back to your job performance. Some people say that you're a hindrance to the squadron, mainly because of your lack of support from the next ranks below. But what is it that you do here at VP30 as a commanding officer?
I don't need to be here, period. My job's pretty easy. It is impossible to fail at this job. My job's pretty easy. I shake hands, I kiss babies, and I sign a lot of paperwork. That's all I do. That's all I do.
Now let's be clear. There's a lot of taxpayers out there that are wondering why the Navy is paying you a captain's salary. Do you care to change your answer? We're on the record.
I'm not answering that.
Okay. Well, I'm sure you've been following the news and saw the recent capture and killing of Osama bin Laden. Now that he is gone, who do you think is the greatest threat to our national security here in America?
It would be Miles McAllister. Shortly followed by Matt Aaron as the XO.
Wow, interesting. Well, you were commanding officer during the capture of Osama bin Laden. That seems like a big deal in American history. What do you think about that?
I think it's a blip.
Okay. Well, what about when we sent troops overland Afghanistan and Iraq after 9/11?
I think it's a blip.
Are you serious? I highly disagree. I personally think those are defining moments in American history. But you're entitled to your own opinion. Is that a Jersey Shore Season 1 poster in your office?
You know, that was a defining moment.
That's a defining moment? What about in Season 2 when Snooki punched JWoww?
You know, that was a defining moment.
Wow, I'm speechless. Most people would reserve defining moments to things like walking on the moon.
It's a blip.
This is highly upsetting. I can't believe the Navy lets you, sir, run a squadron of 1,200 people. My final question for you. I'll give you a chance to redeem yourself, but what is the key to success in the United States Navy?
I think the key to success in every naval aviator's career is clearly Copenhagen. So if you don't dip, start.
And that concludes my interview with Captain Perry Yaw. Shocking and disturbing. We have found out that Captain Yaw is being relieved. Captain Mark Stevens will soon be the new commanding officer of VP-30. In a related story, Miles McAllister has a warrant out for his arrest. We will flash a picture up of this Mr. McAllister. If you have any information of his whereabouts, any information pertaining to him at all, please call our Crime Stopper unit. Thank you for watching this special edition of First Coast News. I am Brian Fantana. Please stay tuned. Late Night with Conan O'Brien is up next.
This kitten got your tongue tied in knots, I see. Spit it out, 'cause I'm dying for company. I notice that you got it, you notice that I want it. You know that I can take it to the next level, baby. If you want this goodness, sicker than the remix, baby, let me blow your mind tonight. I can't take it no more. Never felt like this before. Come on, get me on the floor. DJ, what you waiting for? Oh. Touch dancing in the dark. You notice what I'm wearing, I notice when you're staring. You know that I can take it to the next level, baby. Harder than the A-list, next one on my hit list. Baby, let me blow your mind tonight. I can't take it no more. Never felt like this before. Come on, get me on the floor. DJ, what you